we haven't even figured out the rest of the. We are struggling with the run. So here's the idea. Here is the concept, guys. So ESPN came out with their quarter century, 2000 to 2025, all NFL team, offense, defense, special teams, specialists, coaches, all that. And the Broncos were pretty well represented, although I think that there were a couple guys who have fair arguments that they were snubbed. Peyton Manning made it as one of the quarterbacks. DeMarcus Ware made it as one of the edge rushers. Champ Bailey made it as one of the corners. Wade Phillips made it as the defensive coordinator. But Demaryius Thomas didn't make it. Von Miller didn't make it. Aqib Talib didn't make it. I thought Vaughn should have made it. Not only a prolific player, Super Bowl MVP. I as much as I love DeMarcus Ware and what an addition he was, I think I would have put Vaughn ahead of DeMarcus Ware on this all-century team or quarter-century team. So now what we're doing, we're trying to have a little fun with the Broncos quarter-century team. And we're doing offense. Offense has been pretty easy to figure out. PFM at quarterback. We went with 3 wide receivers, DT, Emmanuel Sanders, Rod Smith. Julius Thomas was the tight end. I haven't heard a lot of pushback on any of those selections. We've had a hard time coming up with 2 running backs. Hard time. A lot of suggestions.
Yeah.
From Clinton Portis to Willis McGahee to Mike Anderson, C.J. Anderson, Noshawn Moreno, Phillip Lindsay.
Well, I think we just go with the stats then, right?
I mean, who do we go with? Yeah, but you got. I mean, we wanted to bring up Terrell Davis, but he was hurt by the start of he was pretty much done by the early 2000s. So no TD on this list.
I'm putting Noshawn on there.
You want to go Noshawn?
I am.
Okay.
5 years here, and he rushed for total. He had 1 year in Miami, 3,600 yards, but only 148 yards in Miami. So I'll let you pick the other one.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh is right.
Oh.
I mean, do you go with Clinton Portis 2 years? Do you go with Phillip
Lindsay?
Lindsay?
2 years were amazing.
I mean, Phillip had 2 1,000-yard seasons.
Yeah, Phillip's years were awesome, too.
But he only spent 3 years here. That's it.
Yeah.
Total of around 2,600 yards, almost a little short of 2,600 yards. C.J. Anderson had a nice run.
But,
won a Super Bowl.
But for those of you who are bringing up Mike Anderson, do you know that Mike Anderson is the 5th leading rusher in Broncos history?
Oh, wow.
Mike Anderson.
How many yards?
3,800. The only ones ahead of him, Terrell Davis, Floyd Little, Sammy Winder, Otis Armstrong, and then Mike Anderson. And then Noshawn Moreno.
Noshawn's got, that's what I mean. He's got to be
and
close
Clinton
behind
Portis, 2 years, is still top 10 all time, 8th. Boy, but he brought us Champ Bailey. So, win-win. I think, so you're going to go with Noshawn? Man, CJ was part of a championship team, right? He wasn't the leading rusher, though, that year. Wow. All right, let's go with Mike Anderson.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
Let's go with Mike Anderson.
Right? I think you kind of have to there when you laid it out that way.
Although I guess when you think about it, Stoke, over the last 25 years, I mean, the Broncos running back position hasn't really been star-studded, has it? It's been like a lot of good solid guys, right? But nothing
when you had
special.
Right. When you had the great run there after Terrell Davis, It was kind of, you had Clinton Portis, but then he was gone. He only lasted 2 years. So no one lasted a long time.
Yeah, you're right.
You were Quentin Griffin, Mike Anderson, just kind of ran through different running backs, and they all did pretty well, but no one stayed around for a long time.
I'll tell you what, the job that Mike Shanahan, and you know how I feel about Mike Shanahan. I hate Mike Shanahan. That's not true.
That's just not even right.
But what he did, his running game, his running system how good it was at being able to plug and play and get results. I mean, you think about the guys that were on in that run there, in those early, like basically 2000 through like 2005. Mike Anderson, Tatum Bell, Reuben Drones, Olandis Gary.
Yeah.
You know, just
some good backs
some
right
good,
there.
solid backs that just put up numbers. But, okay, we'll go with so our offense, we'll leave the offensive line out. We'll let Mark be a part of that. PFM at quarterback, no Sean Moreno and Mike Anderson at the running backs. Wide receivers, Demaryius Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, and Rod Smith. Tight end, Julius Thomas. We good?
Yeah.
Any pushback? If you want to disagree and you want to put somebody else in there, hit us up on the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. We got our daily top 5 list. Toughest, hardest sports feats. Okay? The things that are toughest to do in sports. We'll continue on with our top 5. Mark, we'll be running a little bit late today. Hey, it's been a while since he's heard from the Fox executives. Been a while since the Fox executives have needed Mark and his TV guy. So apparently they're doing a photo shoot.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Did Mark look photo shoot ready to you this morning?
Yeah, he kind of did.
Yeah?
Yeah, he did.
He always looks pretty good. He's always pretty photogenic. Just got this note. You're a Shane Gillis fan, right?
Sure.
He's going to be the host of the 2025 Espys.
Okay.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. That'll be good. July 16th. You know, this isn't going to be, sucking up to all the athletes. This guy will probably have some uncomfortable jokes here along the way.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
I like that. It's like when Ricky Gervais does host one of these award shows and he puts all the Hollywood elites on.
Oh, he does good.
He does great with that.
He does good. I don't think
I love
Shane
seeing him
Gillis is going to be quite that
No,
brutal,
but we love Peyton Manning doing these kind of things, but Peyton's going to show a lot of respect to his fellow athletes.
yeah.
Shane Gillis
He's going to
might
pick and choose.
Shane Gillis might. There could be some. Oh my! Did he go there? Moments.
Yeah. Hope so.
I hope so too.
Yeah, because screw them.
Are we doing the defense?
Do you want to do some of the defense?
Well,
I don't know.
Well, when are we going to do it?
Are you still cranky?
Well, I mean, I don't.
You just don't want to do the. So let me guess. You don't want to do the defensive line.
No, we can do the defensive line because they have stats.
Oh.
They have stats, Mike. So you can look at stats, and we know who got to the quarterback. And
So you, the guy who played 15 years in the NFL, you only care about stats as the measure of a player.
We can talk about Malik Jackson and Derek Wolfe and pot roast in the middle and Von Miller, DeMarcus, and the pass rushers. Like, we know them, the linebackers, offensive line. It's like meh.
Yeah, you just don't want to do it, huh?
I'll let Mark do that.
You want Mark to do it?
Yeah, we'll just let him
All
do
right,
that.
we'll have some fun with this. Okay, we've got. All right, then let's start. Let's start along the defensive line. You could pick 4 defensive linemen / pass rushing.
We're throwing them all together.
Yeah, don't you? I mean, Von Miller was never really an outside linebacker, was he? Yeah? Is that a true designation, outside linebacker?
Yeah, that's
All right.
exactly what he was.
Okay, then we'll go with 4 defensive linemen.
That's exactly what
Well,
he
a lot of times they end up playing like they're coming off the edge. They're
That's
like
a lot,
defensive
Mike.
linemen,
Well,
defensive ends.
No, but that's like, okay. Well, yeah.
Wait a minute. All right, the Broncos of 2015.
Yes.
Were they playing like a 3-4?
Yes.
Okay.
So he's coming. He's like in a 4-3. So you got 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers. Your pass rush is a defensive end.
All right, are we playing a 3-4 or 4-3 on this quarter century team?
Well.
Do you want to get 4 linemen in there and 3 linebackers, or do you want to get 3 linemen and 4 linebackers?
Well, probably. We're just going to do 4 to 5 defensive linemen.
Okay.
Pass rushers too. And then we'll go to the linebackers where you have like Al Wilson, like your interior linebackers.
Right. Okay.
But Vaughn is considered a defensive end / outside linebacker.
All right. Who makes that list?
We'll start with Vaughn.
Vaughn. Okay.
And then we got to go with Derek Wolfe.
Yep.
We're going to put Wolfie in there for
I like
sure.
Malik Jackson?
I mean, he was here for 4 years.
Last 25 years.
Right. I'm starting to think back, to their days,
Before.
Right, when I wasn't here or around in the early 2000s.
Ebenezer Ekubon.
Eb. Love Eb.
Yeah, good
great
player.
guy.
Seriously.
Yes.
All right,
North Carolina.
let's do the obvious ones on the defense, okay? You got Vaughn, you got Derek Wolfe, Malik Jackson's not an automatic yet. Then for you.
No, because I'm trying to think back. Broncos country, help us out here.
Help us out there.
Who in the early 2000s?
Trevor Price.
You had Trevor Price. He was great. He's got to make the list.
Price
he played a long time. That's what I'm talking about.
Good.
The names like Trevor Price that we forget.
Okay. And then linebackers.
Al Wilson.
Right. Trevathan.
Romo!
I don't think he was here then.
Oh,
no.
Dang it.
Wilson, Trevathan.
Yep.
Brandon Marshall.
How many inside linebackers are we doing? 2? Are we doing 3?
We'll do 3.
Okay.
All right. So we got Vaughn, Wolfe, Price, Trevathan, Al Wilson. Then in the secondary,
you're gonna have Champ and
you got to have Champ
and Pat Surtain.
Over Talib.
I think you have to.
I think you do too.
Pat Surtain just won Defensive Player of the Year. That's like your trump card.
Yep. Nope. You're right. I think that's fair. Oh boy, Talib's not going to be happy about this. We might get the Crabtree treatment for leaving him off.
I don't wear a chain.
All right.
No chain here.
That's a tough omission, Akib. I'm sorry.
You got your chains on?
No chains.
You wear chains sometimes, right?
Huh? What?
Don't you wear the 2 chains?
I'm occasionally iced out.
How about your grill? How about the grill? You and Paul Wall?
Champ, PS2. Do we have 2 obvious safety choices?
Safeties. Okay, you got to think of, TJ Ward. You got Darian Stewart.
Lynch.
Johnny Lynch.
John Lynch.
Oh, the Intimidator. The Headhunter. The Headhunter.
Justin Simmons.
You got Simmons. Wow. That's a tough list
we're
right
gonna have
there.
to think about it because all 4 of those guys are deserving. We can only pick 2. We may need to think about that one a little bit. Once Mark's done with the Fox executives, we'll.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So all right, we're starting to put together a pretty good list. Head coach obviously is Vance Joseph. No, Mike Shanahan, right?
Why were you taking a shot at Vance right there?
Good
natured.
natured.
No.
Good natured.
No, that was a bad.
He's so
that was
smart.
a bad attempt at a terrible joke. If you're going to use anyone, you say Nathaniel Hackett.
Good point.
You don't say Vance.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, yeah, you're right. Because Vance has come back and Vance has had a great second act, hasn't he?
Been great. 2 years. Come on.
That's obvious.
How good were they last year? I think they're going to be really good this year. I think after this year, he's gone. He's going to be a head coach.
I don't think so.
I do.
I don't.
We're back.
And has nothing to do with how good of a job I think he's going to do this year. I just think that it's all offense, man. I think.
Yeah, no, it's hard. It's hard for a defensive guy.
I know it's not impossible. Aaron Glenn got the job with the Jets.
Yeah.
So it's not impossible. Broncos. Yeah, all right. If the Broncos are really good, 11 wins, defense is like top 3. Yeah, maybe.
You're right. It's an offensive league. These owners want to hire the next Ben Johnson, right? That's what they want to hire. So it's a lot more difficult for defensive coaches to get jobs, and especially when you've already had an opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So, but they got to play great this year. If
I
do,
really root. I've always liked Vance. I never really held it against Vance what happened the first time around. I don't think he was ever really set up to succeed, and I would love to see him get another shot.
Yeah,
I think he would be really good the second time around.
You learn, from everything, and now you kind of know what you're getting into. Know how you want things to be done. I think it'd be great for Vance to get a second opportunity. Now they got to go out there and play great this year, and if they do, then I do. I hope and I think he will get one more opportunity.
Do you ever see this guy getting a second chance?
I want to come out in all spandex.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Negative.
That ship has sailed. There's no chance. I mean, it was a disaster. Everywhere he goes now is a disaster.
I mean, he hasn't even been able to follow Aaron to Pittsburgh.
Do you think Mike Tomlin's going to say, yeah, come on over here? How'd that work out for you over, with the Jets with Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, God. I'm so excited.
Wow.
Hey, I don't really blame Nathaniel Hackett.
Well, who the hell are you blaming then? What do you mean?
I blame George Payton.
Why?
Well,
he wasn't the one out there. He didn't put together the schedule. He wasn't out there coaching.
But you have to just know that. Come on, he was here for all the wrong reasons. He wasn't here because
Stop.
No. I'm not going to stop.
You're playing this
alien
my conspiracy theory.
Really?
Like, they wanted to get Aaron Rodgers.
Really?
We all know that.
You think that if Aaron Rodgers, if Mark Schlereth never had that report,
that bogus report that he made up out of
good luck trying to get the source out of me. I'm not going to tell you. But
you're taking that to your grave.
I'm taking that to my grave. Only me and Stink. But you really think that if the Aaron Rodgers thing never happened, you think Nathaniel Hackett would have been high up on George Payton's radar when it comes to being a head coach here?
It's all about Russ.
Come on. No way.
Listen.
No way.
See, now you're playing these clips, and don't just stop.
It's not going to happen.
See what
you really think if there was no Aaron Rodgers in the picture, this guy would have been hired?
Russell, can you hear me?
Oh my! Those two? I mean, that's like the worst duo. Is that the worst duo in Colorado sports history? Nathaniel Hackett and Russell Wilson, the 1 year.
Ooh.
Who have been the worst duos?
Oh man, for the damage that was inflicted in 1 year. Whew. Yikes. I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head. Even Josh McDaniels.
Hurricane
Josh didn't do that much damage.
No. Listen, there was a lot of teams that were high on Nathaniel Hackett. You realize that, right?
Really?
Oh, yeah. He was one of the hottest candidates on the market. Go back and do your research. Go back and put a little
Yeah, I did. I remember
Google
everything.
that.
I remember everything about Nathaniel Hackett. He had one good year as an offensive coordinator in Jacksonville, and then midway through the next year, he got fired.
No, trust me, I know. And then he was just hanging around Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. He wasn't calling plays. So
I understand why George Payton did what he did. There was a level of desperation, and George has done a great job of recovering from all that. I didn't think he'd be able to.
I mean, almost a historic job.
Really, I didn't
flipping
think.
This thing
I
around.
mean, did you think George Payton would still be here?
No.
Based on how it started, did you think George Payton would be finishing off his, what was that, his 5th draft?
Yes, I mean 5th, 6th, yeah.
Right? Did you really think that was going to happen?
No.
After bringing in this guy?
I was booing myself.
Oh wow. But I mean, what a remarkable
many. We got so
comeback.
many.
I mean, what a remarkable.
So many.
The turnaround from where it started to where it
Nice
is
to see
now.
you, sir.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll stop. I'll stop.
It's okay.
No.
I mean, once you get started with that, it's hard to stop.
I know. Boy, it has been
better days ahead.
Boy,
thank goodness.
Boy, thank goodness Sean Payton's here. Finally, boy, we have gone through the gauntlet with coaches. I mean, we haven't even brought up this guy.
I want all the meatballs and the pasta.
How do we forget about him?
Oh.
Huh? How do we forget about Vic?
You make an intelligent observation.
Right?
You know, that was towards me.
Was it?
Yeah.
What was the question?
The question was, this was after he did his press conference. We had him on air, and I asked him about, hey, coach, now you will be you're going to be still calling the plays. You will be on the field. I was the first one to ask. You're on the field, not in the press box. He's always been in the press box. What type of adjustment would that be for you? And that's
You make an intelligent observation.
and it ended up being a big deal. Remember, he never
Kind of a
remember that
big
he
deal.
was always just it was a little bit off.
Okay. Now he's back upstairs, and what do we have?
Championship.
The Fangio effect.
Super Bowl winner.
2 safeties, the shell.
Oh, the shell coverage. Goodness gracious.
All right,
y'all
Mark's
people are
Mark's
crazy.
set to be joining us here as long as the Fox executives are
In the next hour and a half.
almost
he'll
done
be
with
here.
him.
We
What's
promise.
the over-under on him coming on?
8:43.
Ooh, really?